Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Some hours ago, days back, the brother to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, had told Nigerians and everyone who cared to listen that his brother was intercepted and repatriated actually from Kenya down to Nigeria. As we speak, Kenya have decided to react over that very strong statements. But before we go into the news proper, I would like you to subscribe to our channel if you have not done so already by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel or YouTube. Well, the Kenya's Director General of Immigration Services, Alexander Muteshi, has dismissed the claims of the country's complicity in the arrest and extradition of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, to Nigeria. Also, an official in the Kenyan Ministry of Interior said that the ministry is not aware of the extradition of Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria. Newsmen had reported that the circumstances of Kanu's arrest have been a subject of media speculation in Nigeria. While some reports have named the United Kingdom, Czech Republic, and Israel as countries where Kanu may have been in recent times, IPOB leader's family claimed that he was rearrested in Kenya. But Kenyan government officials in separate interviews and with Reuters and Kenyan national newspaper debunked the family's claim. A spokeswoman for the Kenyan Interior Ministry said it was not aware of the matter, while the Foreign Affairs Ministry in Nairobi did not respond to a request for comment, Reuters said in its report. Also, Moteshi, while dismissing the family's claim, told Kenya's Nation that it was not possible to tell whether Mr. Kanu had entered Kenyan territory. I can't know that, Mr. Moteshi said, when asked whether the claims made by the family were true. Kanu, who is facing an 11-count charge of treason, treasonable felony, terrorism, and illegal possession of firearms, among others, jumped bail in 2017 and left the country. He was rearranged before a federal high court in Abuja on Tuesday and ordered to be remanded in the custody of the DSS, while the case was adjourned till July 26 and July 27, 2021. Biafra, a deprived region almost entirely populated by the Igbo people, was a site of. Well, the federal government says security and intelligence agencies were on the trail of Kanu for over 2 years before he was rearrested. The Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, who disclosed this at a media briefing on Thursday in Abuja, said Kanu was living a five-star life across several countries. The minister said Kanu's rearrest and repatriation was made possible through the collaboration of Nigerian security and intelligence agencies. He described the rearrest and repatriation as one of the most classic operations of its type in the world. Mohammed, however, did not comment on the speculations on how the rearrest was pulled off and in which country the hitherto leader of IPOB, that's the indigenous people of Biafra, was also nabbed. What we can tell you once again is that the rearrest was made possible by diligent effort of our security and intelligence agencies in collaboration with countries with which we have obligations to. We will continue to respect and honor the obligations, he said. Mohammed noted that the forensic investigation carried out so far had revealed a treasure trove of information on the IPOB leader and his collaborators. While the investigation continues, we assure you that none of the collaborators, irrespective of their standing in the society, will be spared. They will all face the full wrath of the law for their activities that challenge our nation's sovereignty and threaten its unity. No one, no matter how highly placed, is bigger than the country, he said. Nigerians have taken to their social media handle to react to this. It will take a cross section of it all very quickly. This one here says, whether you are aware or not, you will come to ICC to explain yourself from there. Okay. This one here says, you will later be aware. This one here says, do you have a nation? You have a nation and your children are carrying people, I don't understand what she's trying to say. It says it means it was adopted. All right. Now, let's look at this objectively. Nigerians actually, having a few time on social media. Let's look at this objectively. All through the time, the minister, there's the Minister for Information and Culture, Alhaji Mohammed, and AGF Malami had a press release. Listen to them properly. You will notice they were they were shying away from mentioning the country. They just said it was intercepted, was through collaborative intelligence support of their security agencies and the people. And therefore, for Alhaji Mohammed, what he meant, what he said, what that caught our attention was those they have obligations with or to. Don't forget that as a nation, most nations always have allies. Okay, people they can always rub shoulders with. But then, whether you're rubbing shoulders or not, like there's always a due process in retrieving anyone you feel is requires the law to go through. There's a process. You don't just wake in and pick up people. But according to what they said, they had a collaborative effort with their security personnel. So if that is true, then of course it should be in the records that such a thing took place. But now the Kenyan government are actually saying that they don't know how, if he even entered their territory. They are not even aware. And I can imagine, like in Nigeria, somebody entering that territory. That's why your database is there to prove, when, who, and what enters. But all this reaction we're getting right now is simply because that's become an international stuff. And the way it's going, let it not be that, that brings me to another thing. Imagine something happens in a small, minute town, minute village, and you expect the president to hear. But yes, that's why you have his supervisors, his vice, and all that. He should actually, ask his immigration guys to find out, is there any Nnamdi Kanu, if he entered, did he enter through road or through air? And if indeed he was, how did he exit? These are pertinent questions that we should have databases as a nation and as an African region, African continent. These are things that are so commonplace in some parts of the world, like United States, like UK, CCTV camera placed everywhere on the streets to be able to combat crimes. These are also pertinent, so that also you keep also knowing when new people enter, immigrants enter, you can easily sight their face when they entered and when they leave. Well, I guess that's what we're going to wrap it up. What's your take on the fact that the Kenyan government actually saying they're not aware that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was even in their states, in their country? How much more willingly handing them over? I guess time will tell. Let's